So in this video, I will finally be building my Monsgeek M3, which is a really nice budget TKL keyboard. And if you are looking for a tutorial, I will be covering it step by step in this video, so feel free to follow along. First off, here is what's included in the Monsgeek M3 box. There's a piece of tape here for the tape mod, the Monsgeek M3 user manual, extra silicone gasket strips for the plate, some Teflon pads and some small pieces of foam, extra screws and the Allen key to disassemble and assemble the keyboard, some plate mounted screw-in steps, and a Type A to Type C cable that also comes with a coil included. For this build, I have chosen the purple edition here because I really like how it looks, and there's also this plastic cover included for the keyboard. Taking it out from the box, it does feel pretty heavy, and the case alone here weighing it is around 1.8 kgs. Overall, the CNC aluminum of the case feels pretty great. The finish here is really clean, and you still get the two accented side pieces here, same with the M lineup. The Type-C USB port is on the top left corner as well, and on the bottom there's a small engraved Monsgeek logo here, not like the newer models where you have a bigger plaque, and there's also the 4 rubber feet on the corners. Okay, so to start off the build, I'm going to be opening up the case first, and for this you can use the included Allen key, but I'll just be using my screwdriver to speed things up. Do remember where the screws go, and in this case the longer ones are for the top and the shorter screws are for the bottom portion. With the screws removed, there's going to be a cable over here connecting the daughter board to the PCB, and do be careful when unplugging it. With the plate and PCB out of the case, you can see that there's a piece here. This piece is actually the PET insulation film to prevent any short circuiting from happening. Taking a look at the plate and the PCB itself, there's two pieces of case foam at the back here to help with sound dampening, and sandwiched in between the plate and PCB is a switch pad and a custom plate foam to help with again the sound. The plate itself here is a polycarbonate plate, so it is more flexible than other plates, but for me I'll be using the tape mod and all of the foam, so it won't be that flexible in the end. And starting off the build, I'll always be starting with the stabilizers. So for my build, I will be using some FL steps which I have already looped and wholly modded, and these are just some plate mounted steps. So if you want to use some screw-in steps or the ones included, you do have to disassemble the plate and the PCB. But it's mostly the same, just one goes onto the PCB and mine goes onto the plate. After installing the stabilizers, I'm just going to be tracing the outline of the foam onto this tape mod so I can cut it out and easily place it on the back so it doesn't interfere with the cable. And as you can see, I think it does fit pretty nicely. For the bottom part of the case, I will be installing the PET insulation film, and it's really easy. It just tears off from the sticky side and you just place it onto the bottom like this. After that, the foam can now go in, so I'll be using the two pieces of foam included, and the daughter board cable connecting to the PCB can be connected back after this. Before screwing everything back together, I'm just going to be installing the Teflon pieces on the bottom side of the top frame. This is to help the bottom and top frame not knock into each other when the keyboard is in use, and it's called the force break mod. You can use small pieces if you want to, but for me I'm just going to be using 4 pieces on each side. And with that done, the case is practically finished now and everything can be screwed back together. Alright, so now moving on to the switches, I will be using the new Akko piano pre-loop switches here. It comes with 45 pieces in a box, and on the back there is a graph here, so if you're interested you can pause and read. But it is a linear type switch with an operating force of 48 grams and bottoms out at 53 grams. It's also a 5-pin switch and it does look pretty cool in this piano black and white colorway. To be honest, it does feel really smooth too because it's hand looped from the factory. And if you're curious, this is how the RGB looks like on the board. It is pretty bright, and I'm actually quite surprised because I thought the switches would cover up the RGB, but in this case it does not, and it looks pretty good. Moving on to the keycaps for this purple M3, I really wanted something that would fit this purple theme, so I made a custom set for myself from GoblinTechkeys. In the box there are a few stickers and a few cards from the company, and you also get a thank you letter from them. And as you can see, I went for this purple / neon colorway with the topography design on some of the accent keys, and I think it looks pretty sweet. It's 5-sided dice up on the keycaps here, so as you can see, all of the prints extend to all of the sides as well. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the quality of the print, and the thickness of the PBT used here is pretty great too. So with my Monsgeek M3 practically done, here is how it sounds. Honestly, I didn't expect it to sound that great, but I love how it turned out, and it does look pretty cool too. For a full Aluminium TKL Keyboard Kit at around $100 US, it's a pretty good deal, especially people who are just starting out in this hobby or just want to dive into this custom mechanical keyboard hobby. Plus, it also supports QMK VIA, so if you're more of an enthusiast who want to change out the macros or the layout of the keyboard, you can do that too. So if you're looking for a more budget premium TKL keyboard, it's definitely a recommendation from me. So if you're interested in the Monsgeek M3, links will be provided in the description below, so you can check it out yourself. And I just want to say thanks to Monsgeek for the keyboard kit and GoblinTechkeys for the keycaps. And that wraps it up for this video, guys. Leave a like if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and remember to subscribe for more videos like this.